Everyone, welcome to Post-Grad Planning, Finding the Right Credit Card. Today we're talking about something most of us will deal with after graduation, which is choosing the right credit card for you.
Credit cards can be a great financial tool for building credit or earning rewards, or it can be a fast track to debt if you aren't careful.
So let's dive into how they work, tips for success, and which cards might be best for you after graduating, whether you're continuing your education or getting your first real job.
A credit card is a payment method issued by various banks or financial companies that lets you borrow money now with the promise to pay it back later. Ideally, you'd want to pay before any interest kicks in, and if you don't pay on time, you'll owe the amount you borrowed plus the interest built up. In Canada, it's usually 19 to 21%, and this is your APR, your annual percentage rate. And some major credit cards you've probably heard of are Visa, MasterCard, American Express, and they all offer different rewards, travel rewards, cashback, and discounts.
So how do credit cards work? So basically when you make a purchase, the bank is going to pay the merchant for you, and then you're going to owe that balance back later. At the end of each billing cycle, you're going to receive a statement showing all of the purchases you made, as well as how much you're going to owe, and then if any interest was built up during that period. If you pay in full by the statement due date, you'll avoid paying any extra interest. But there's also an option to pay the minimum payment each month. This is basically the smallest amount you can pay but still be in good credit card standing. This is normally around $10. But if you're always paying minimum payment, this is not the best way to go about it because it will take years for you to pay off your balance, and this is how the interest is going to catch up to you. It's good to pay off as much of the balance as you can and as fast as you can. Avoid just paying the minimum balance each month. Your credit card limit is also another thing to note about credit cards. This is just the maximum amount that you can borrow. It's a set amount from the bank based on your income, your credit history, and your financial situation.
The next thing to understand is credit score. Your credit score is a number that shows how trustworthy you are when it comes to borrowing money and paying it back. Lenders use it to decide if they'll approve you for things like a car loan, an apartment, or a mortgage. It's a huge part of your financial life, so building a strong credit score early is very important. In Canada, credit scores range from 300 to 900. A high score means you're more likely to get approved with lower interest rates, and a low score makes borrowing more difficult and more expensive.
So how do you build a high credit score?
Make payments on time, every time. Keep your credit utilization low, which means don't max out your cards, and don't apply for too many credit products at once, and make sure you're paying your debt down consistently.
So one of the cards that you can choose after graduation if you are continuing on school is a student card. A student card and a starter card are a great way to build credit if you do not have any income or if you've never had a credit card yet. They tend to have low balances and no annual fees and small credit card limits. So this makes it easier to pay down your balance owing, and they're also easier to apply for and qualify for. So a lot of people can apply for these if they have no active income or if they don't have a full-time job, but still able to build some credit while they're still in school. So the first example of a student card is the Scotiabank C+ Visa card for students. So this card from Scotiabank has no annual fees and also has great benefits. If you like going to the movies or if you like rewards for groceries and many other different stores, this could be a card for you. It offers 2 Steam points for every $1 spent at Sobeys, Foodland, Home Hardware, and other stores. As well, the minimum credit card limit is $500, so this gives you enough to spend, but also keeps the limit low to make sure you're not spending too much on your credit card. And it's also easy to get as a student that is not working full-time. Another card is the CIBC Dividend Visa card. This card also has no annual fees, and you can earn cash back on all of your purchases. So it offers 2% back on groceries, 1% cash back on gas, transportation, and other reoccurring purchases, and then 0.5% cash back on everything else. There's also no minimum income required, and you can get a limit up to $5,000.
If you're looking to travel after graduation, some of the following cards might be for you. RBC is one of the top banks in terms of deposits, so we decided to start with their cards. They offer 6 different travel credit cards, but since we're focusing on cards that might be best post-graduation, we chose the card with no minimum income requirement and also the lowest annual fee, which is the WestJet RBC MasterCard. Starting off with the basics, the interest rate is 20.99% and the annual fee is $39. This card allows you to earn 1 WestJet point for every dollar you spend on everyday purchases and 1.5 WestJet points on WestJet purchases. You can then redeem these points directly off your flight, and it also gives you 3 cents off per liter at Petro-Canada gas stations. The biggest benefit I think with this card though is the insurance benefits. With this card you have access to travel accident insurance, which is up to $500,000 of coverage, and you also have access to protection of your property in hotels up to $2,500 per occurrence. It also offers 10,000 welcome points, which is equivalent to $100 off a flight. So the biggest 2 takeaways from this card are the insurance benefits and the discount on fuel. The next card we will be reviewing is the Scotiabank American Express card. The purchase rate is slightly lower than the other cards we'll be looking at 19.99%, and the minimum credit limit is $1,000. This card has a little bit better value for points at 3 SEAM points per dollar spent. And then the points have the same dollar value as the RBC card that we discussed previously. However, this 3 SEAM points per dollar only extends to eligible locations such as Sobeys or Foodland, and then all other purchases you would only earn 1 point per dollar spent. When you are ready to make your travel related purchases, you have to ensure that your entire trip is booked on that card, and then you can go to sceneplus.com and you can opt in to redeem those points on your trip. This means you can use your points at any airline or travel arrangement that you wish, instead of just limited to one airline. This card also provides mobile device insurance and 7,500 welcome points, which is equivalent to $75. Overall, the 2 biggest takeaways with this card are the higher point value for how much you spend, and also the mobile device protection, which would be useful when traveling. The third and final card we will be discussing is the BMO Air Miles MasterCard. This card has a 21.99% interest rate and no annual fee. The rewards on this card are based on Air Miles, which is a third-party reward system. You earn 1 air mile for every dollar spent, but you have the opportunity to earn 2 air miles for every dollar spent at eligible grocery stores, and then 3 air miles for every dollar spent at Air Miles partners like Irving, Shell, and Budget Car Rentals, to name a few. You can also access up to 7 cents off per liter at Shell gas stations, and when you sign up, you get 1,200 introductory points, which is equal to $120. So what does this have to do with travel? Air Miles can be redeemed on flights and travel packages directly through the Air Miles website. And as you gain more points, you can level up in your membership and access even more discounts. So the 2 biggest takeaways from this card would be the higher point value and also the discounts and ability to level up in your membership with Air Miles. If you're instead looking to maximize your cash back, you may consider the following credit cards instead. The TD Rewards Visa card has no annual fee and an interest rate of 21.99%. Some perks when you open the account include a $10 cash back on your first purchase and an additional $40 if you spend $1,500 in the first 3 months. After that, you'll earn 1% cash back on essential purchases like groceries and gas and transit, and then 0.5% cash back on all other purchases. Another cashback card is the BMO Cashback MasterCard. It also has a $0 annual fee and a 21.99% interest rate, but you can earn 3% on essentials like groceries and 1% on reoccurring bill payments, and then 0.5% back on all other purchases. They also offer an introductory 5% cashback rate for your first 3 months.
Credit cards are one of the first real financial responsibilities that most of us take on after finishing school. Understanding how they work and picking the right one helps you build good credit, earn rewards, and stay financially secure.
Whether you go for travel perks, cashback, or just want to build credit, remember, choosing the right credit card looks different for everyone. Just make sure it fits your lifestyle and you can manage it responsibly.
So thank you everyone for joining us on this financial adventure. Choosing a credit card can be your first step to your post-grad planning.